Bonjour French 1, this is your section 2.2 notes all about places and activities. Basically section 2.2 picks up where 2.1 left off with you expressing what you like and don't like to do for fun. One of the things that we didn't get to talk about in the last section was places that you might want to go to do these activities that you do for fun. So we'll go ahead and cover these in this section. Keep in mind that you only have to write down the words that are on the line with the yellow background behind them. The stuff that's in parentheses with the green background is your choice, whether or not you want to include that pronunciation information on your notes or not. So let's go ahead and get started. Keep in mind as we're going, you should be repeating after me in the pauses provided so that you are getting the total vocab experience of seeing it, hearing it, writing it, and actually speaking it. So let's go ahead. A cafe, by the way, is the same thing as a restaurant or a coffee house. The way you pronounce it in French is le café. The French word for a movie theater is le cinéma. The word for a store is le magasin. A mall is le centre commercial. High school is le lycée. A park is le parc. And a stadium is le stade. As far as some of the feminine places, remember the feminine words are all tabbed over to the right-hand side of your page. We have the French word for the pool, which is la piscine. The library, which is la bibliothèque. And then the recreation center, or the YMCA, which has a really long name. It also has an abbreviation though, so I'll say both of them for you. The name in its full length is La Maison des Jeunes et de la Culture, which they shorten for M for Maison, J for Jeune, and C for Culture, and they'll just pronounce it La MJC. So then if you want to talk about going to these places, you have to use the word for to go, which in French is aller. And then just to show you the combination of the word aller with some of these places, I have the following places. To go to the pool is aller à la piscine. To go to a cafe is aller au café. And to go to the movie theater is aller au cinéma. If you're curious as to why it's à la versus au, that's going to be your next notes page, so don't get too far ahead of yourself. Finally, we have some more activities that you can talk about liking to do, including to dance, which is danser. Chatting with friends is discuter avec des amis. To swim is nager. To go out is sortir. And to see a movie is voir un film. A few of the activities that all use faire, which by the way do not translate word for word. The word faire in French is actually the word for to do or to make, but French people use the word faire in a lot of places where English speakers don't use the word do. So you'll see like with faire les magasins, it's translated as to go shopping, and I just told you to go was aller. Please understand that these words do not translate, or these phrases rather, do not translate word for word. They are expressions that use faire in the French language but do not necessarily translate word for word to the English. So just work on memorizing them, knowing them that they use faire even if it doesn't translate word for word. So to do sports or to play sports is faire du sport. To party is faire la fête. To go shopping is faire les magasins. And to have a picnic is faire un pique-nique. The next kind of word that they're going to use a bunch of times is the word jouer. Jouer means to play. You can obviously play instruments, you can play games, you can play sports, so it gets used in a variety of phrases, including to play baseball, which is jouer au baseball. To play cards, which is jouer aux cartes. To play soccer, which is jouer au foot, or jouer au football. Ball is in parentheses because you can use it or not. It doesn't matter. You can use the full word or the shortened one, and it makes sense either way. And finally, to play chess is jouer aux échecs. Now, the last two words that they throw in happen to be supplies and equipment that you would need to be able to jouer au baseball, including a ball, which is la balle, and a bat, which is la batte. Please make sure you bring this paper with you to class so that you can get full credit for doing your homework.